I'm Karen Johnson, and today I'm going to teach you how to use the Circle Magic tool. This is a nifty acrylic template, round, that lets you make a kind of a faux pickle dish design, which has a complete booklet, shows you how to make quite a few different designs. Very good instructions, really good layout, but I'm going to give you a visual today. Start by cutting 9.5-inch squares. I'm going to make 4 squares for our demonstration today. So I'm going to have a front, a back, I've got my template, and in this particular case I'm going to use a light to medium weight fusible interfacing. So I have ironed on the stabilizer to one side, and now I've got the right side up, and I've got my second piece of fabric, which is the contrast, and I'm going to put right sides together, and now I'm going to cut this out using the template. Because this template has a really nice thick edge, I actually cut this out with a rotary cutter. I used a smaller one so that I have a little more control, and I made very quick work of it. I didn't have to stop and trace it and hand cut it out. So now I've got my perfect circle, and now I'll move to the sewing machine. Now sew a 1/4 inch all the way around, and do close the gap. Don't leave a hole in this case. You're going to sew all the way around. Cut the slit, being very careful not to cut all the way through. You're only cutting the top layer. And trim off about an 1/8 inch all the way around so that you end up with about an 1/8 inch seam allowance. Using that slit that you cut, turn it inside out. So after you get it turned inside out, do take some time to really push out those corners so that you get a nice smooth circle. I used a bamboo stick like a chopstick, and then press it. So we've got 2 sides, and there is your slit right there, and I have pressed it nicely all the way around. Now you're going to use your template again, and on the side that you want to be the front, which is the side that has the slit in it, believe it or not, we're going to lay the template back over it. I've realigned the spot where the slit was, and now I'm going to mark the holes that are the other 4 remaining holes. These are going to help you identify what your fold lines are. Now, using a Choco liner, I have marked from corner to corner to make an X, and I'm going to stitch on those markings now. So I've stitched that X all the way through on both sides, and now I've made one more marking, and that is with the Choco liner across here. This is going to be another stitch line, but you're going to do something a little differently. And keep in mind that your slit is up here. And again, all of this is just by using the dots on the template, which makes it very handy to know exactly what to do. Now I'm going to go make one more circle because I need 2 of these because I'm ready to hook 2 together. I've pressed these open. Now I'm going to stitch right along that line. I'm just going to do a top stitch. I'm going to do a contrasting thread so you can see it, but you are again just quilting as you go and finishing as you go. Now I'm going to take 2 of these and put them back sides together, and one side is marked. I don't know if you can see it here. From corner to corner. I've already stitched all the way through on both of them. You can see it a little better there. And the slit, just so you know where you are, is right there. Now I'm going to go stitch from there to there all the way through both of those. So I've stitched the 2 together, and you can see now that the pattern's starting to form. And keep in mind that this has already been pre-quilted. I've already quilted through all the layers, so you are going to throw this together really quickly. I'm going to put 2 more another pair together so that we can have 4 together so you can see what it looks like as it unfolds. Okay, so you can see the pattern is emerging. I have 4 together now, and I can go back and press this open and stitch it down. You can see the pickle dish pattern emerging. This is very fast, very easy, and it didn't take much concentration on my part for the circle part. I barely pressed out the edges, and it just really turned very naturally because of the teeny tiny seam allowance after I trimmed it down. So the template did all the work for me, and again, that was the Brandy's Circle Magic template, and you can keep on making this as large as you want. And there's lots of patterns in the book that comes with complete instructions and step by step, and you can give yourself a refresher with this video.